Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, stories from the 78, and fall is in full swing this weekend. Here in Chicago, we got the 8th annual Lincoln Park Wine Fest starting today through Sunday. I have my friend Cortland on to talk all about it. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, are you excited about the big event this weekend? I mean, the weather looks pretty good. It's fall finally-ish. You know, it was like almost like 80 yesterday, but I'll take it in October, right?
Yeah, this is my favorite weather. You know, it's cool in the morning and warm throughout the day, and then it cools down at night. It gets dark early, which is great. But yes, we are definitely looking forward to the weather and having a beautiful weekend.
So big event kicks off today, I believe, from 5 to 7 and then 8 to 10 for the different wine tastings, and then same kind of process throughout the weekend of these different sections throughout the day, correct?
Right. Yeah. So it's a tasting event. So the tickets are. It's not like a street festival or something like that. They are sold as tasting tickets, and there's various sessions that are available. So there's a capacity to each session, and that allows us to make sure that there's not too many people lining up to getting their tastings in each of the different sessions that go on, both tonight, Saturday, and on Sunday.
So how does it work? Walk me through it as somebody who's never been to some event like this. Are you like right on Wrightwood? You were saying something about Wrightwood.
Yeah. So we're it's in Jonquil Park, which is right here in Lincoln Park, the neighborhood, and that's at the corner of Lincoln and Sheffield and Wrightwood. There's beautiful eagle statues. You can see them from the CTA train every time you drive by, red line and brown line. But so how it essentially works is, if you want to go check it out, you can go online and purchase tickets, and those are for a particular session, and you get tasting tickets for those sessions. Or you can walk up and purchase them at the door if they are available. Just depends on how many people come, show up for particular things. I believe you do get 10 tasting tickets. I'm not seeing it on my sheet here right now, but you get limited number of tasting tickets. They're I think 1 or 2 ounces each, and you can visit the different booths with the various wines that are available. This is a really great event because the wine selection, it really varies, and it's stuff that we may not necessarily be exposed to here in Chicago very often. So it's really curated over the entire course of the year to bring new types of wine and different varietals of wine to this market for people to taste and to try that are paired well with different kinds of food or paired well with one another. And so a lot of time and care has been put into that process.
Right, and I was reading a little bit about this. It seems that there's going to be a DJ. There's going to be Colombia. Did I get that right?
Yeah. It's a dumpling food as well as a Mexican and Puerto Rican and Colombian food. So there's a lot of different food pairings that go well with a lot of the wines that have been selected this year.
Yeah, and then it's just like this little, not little, but this spot, a little spot in terms of the size of Chicago in this park here, where festival goers can, there's, excuse me, you got bathrooms on site, you got everything that you kind of need right there. How long does this session take? Is it about 2 hours that you're in there
each
for?
Each session is about 2 hours, and also I would be remiss to say if I didn't talk about how there's general admission sessions as well as the VIP. And the VIP is really where it's at. These, if you're somebody who's into wine or really enjoys wine and the process and the intricacies, this VIP experience at the Lincoln Park Wine Festival is something that you can't really get anywhere else. So it's a very unique, very interesting, lots of varieties of wine that, this will be the first time that they've ever been showcased in this area or having been shown, at a festival of this nature.
Is that the difference essentially is the type of wine that you're getting and
absolutely the type of wine that you're getting, and the most seasoned brand ambassadors from those wines will be in the VIP section.
And how do folks go about getting tickets? And is this probably more of a take the train, Uber type thing versus trying to park in the neighborhood?
Sure, certainly, yes. Well, what I like to say is because of the nature of the event, right? It's not a street festival; it's a tasting event.
Sure.
It's either the kind of thing that you meet up with friends to kick off your weekend or your adventures, going out and having a good time, or you plan it around as a way to finish things off. So you might have gone out to eat prior to the event, and then you go to the wine tasting, or you go out to eat afterwards, or go to a show or concert. So it's It's an all-day event, but because of the nature of the tastings, it's kind of broken up that way. So it's a great place to meet up with friends. Now, you can go to chicagoevents.com and purchase tickets. Again, or at this point, because it starts this evening, you might consider walk up, but it just depends on which session tickets still are available.
So you have the VIP, the general admission. That you get that information on the website you just mentioned, and it's happening tonight through Sunday. So you got football, you have playoff baseball, you have a whole bunch of other festivals going on in the city among concerts and plays and whatnot. So like you were saying, this is just a conduit to the weekend. Use this as part of the weekend, not like the big street festivals where everything's shut down. So a little bit more intimate vibe for people who really love wine, right?
Absolutely. Or, even if you're just kind of getting into it.
Or want to learn about it, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, it's not a big drinking beer fest. It's a wine festival, which you get to sip and enjoy new things, enjoy new experiences in the wonderful Jonquil Park here in the community. I would also like to mention that the event is actually a fundraiser for the park. So, the proceeds from the event go back to our Jonquil Park Advisory Council, which is doing a giant, capital campaign to next year. We're gonna really fix up the park with new grass and the baseball diamond, and there's a kids playground as well. So we have a lot of really cool things planned, a community garden. So it's a great event. You have a fun time, but you're also helping the community.
Right. A lot of people don't realize that in Chicago there are hundreds of parks, right? So to ask the park district for help puts you on a list that you could be very far down on the list of priorities, right? Like to be just, what it is, what it is. It's a city that is this size. So some ways to, jumpstart, the parks that perhaps haven't had any love in years. This is a great way to do that, to really, get the park to where it should be to serve the neighborhood that it's currently using the park, right? So this is
absolutely
great.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Park District does an amazing job. It's such
Absolutely.
a Herculean task to keep everything together and maintain it. So they do a really great job. But to improve that on what they do and to really, bring the community together, our advisory council does events like this in order to raise funds, in order to really, get it to be something really special, right? Again, they're doing a great job. They're maintaining everything. Everything's getting taken care of really nicely. But this is what helps, make Lincoln Park and make Jonquil Park itself a great neighborhood and a great park to visit, all year round.
Yeah, and you can't go wrong with just having some wine on an afternoon in the fall in Chicago. It's
Absolutely.
a beautiful weekend. Cortland, thank you for taking time to chat with me. The website real quick, one more time for folks.
That's chicagoevents.com, and click on Lincoln Park Wine Fest.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend, and cheers to some wine.
Cheers.